Hello and welcome to my craft channel, Corrine Crafts. I hope you are all well. I hope you had a brilliant April. I can't believe we're already in May. So it's time for me to launch my May's monthly colour challenge. That sounded really weird. For the colour challenge for May is basically the gist. And this, excuse the little mark I've got on there, this is my colour inspiration for May. Isn't he cute? And we're going to go through these colours. We're going to look at these colours more in a minute. That is a green. It might look a bit grey on here, but that's a green, two purples and an orange. Isn't he beautiful? But the card I'm going to be making today is this one. Isn't that gorgeous? And it just uses, let me see if I can find it. Let me just see if I can find it up here. It uses that colour palette. Can you see? Get it on there. There we go. Isn't that amazing? So it's all about bringing together colours that you might not previously used together. Have you used the purple with the orange? You know, it may be a little bit different, but how about bringing them all together and doing like that? I will explain all the details in the video, but don't forget there will be a post on my Facebook page for you to put all of your contributions to the May's Colour Challenge. I'd love to see what you do and how you match those colours. I've done it here with inks and card. You could be using your pens, your pencils, your inks, your papers, whatever you want to. Fabrics. Oh, there's so many things. You could be using pattern paper. Have you got some pattern paper that goes in those colourways? If you have, find your pattern papers out that work in those colourways. Love to see them. Can't wait to see what you make. It's really exciting. I'm really pleased with that card. I hope you like it, and let's see how I made it. Okay, so for this month's monthly challenge, monthly colour challenge, this is the image I have been inspired by. Isn't he gorgeous? Nature just gives you the most amazing colour combinations. So from this picture, we've pulled out these colours, and I've sort of found them in my craft stash. I've found my Awakening Forest, which is a really good colour match down here. I have then found my Green Topaz, which I think is a good match for this one. I've got my Lavender Ice, no, Pale Fig. No, it isn't. It's Lavender Ice is a good match for that one. Sunrise Glow is a perfect match here, and Pale Fig, get it right, is a match up here. Now I will be using on a couple of them a mix possibly between Water Reactive and Quick Dry. I've also got a Duet ink pad. I've also got a Water Reactive ink pad. That's another Duet ink pad. But all the time I'm going to be referring back to here. Now in my April colour challenge, I achieved the colours through using pens, my alcohol pens, and also my inks. This one is going to be more about the inks and cardstock. So these are my three cardstocks that I'm going to be using, and you can see straight away on here, look at that, look at how perfectly that does. It's all about the tone. It doesn't have to be a perfect match. It's just about that sort of feel of those. So those are the ones we're going to be using. So have a look first. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of colouring on here. So 5-inch piece of water colour card. And I don't know, you could easily do this on multi-purpose card or stamping card is not a problem. So I'm going to take that there, put that in on here, and then I'm going to use this stamp set from Tattered Lace. It is the Russet Background A4 stamp set. It's really old. I don't know when it came out. It was a very long time ago, and I am a bit ashamed to say that I actually opened it out of the packet tonight when I got this ready. It had never been used, so yes, I just thought we would make the most of that. So I've got a cloth. Actually, I've got a little bit of ink off something on there. So pop that onto here, pick it up on my stamping platform, and then I'm going to find my, there we go, my Duet ink pad in the Sunrise Glow. And we're going to pop that onto here. There we go. Let's put plenty of ink on there. Now you can't see that, but I am honestly. Pop that on here. Now you know me, I usually ink 3 times because that's just the way I like to do. You can see it's starting to be on here. It's not really covered just yet. So it's a bit like a really tatty piece of burlap, isn't it? I just think it's really nice. I didn't want anything perfect. You could even make it even more rough by just sort of going over some places with the ink and not everywhere, but I promise you by the time we're finished it'll look brilliant. So there we go. So that's the first bit. While I've got it in my stamp platform, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to find a sentiment stamp. Oh, I've got a set here that will work. So we have got from the Timeless Florals, and I'm just going to find my thank you. Find it. I'm going to show you this one. I've just stamped it with my green topaz. I don't know where I've put it. I had it just 2 minutes ago. Okay, so we've got that. And then while I've got my stamping platform out, I'm going to do the rest of my stamping. So let's get some hexagons. So I've just cut out some hexagons from just multi-purpose cardstock. And all I'm going to do, now, I can't use the magnet because the stamps I'm going to use are too big compared to this. So the alternative would have been to kept my cardstock whole, stamped and then die cut, but I didn't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is, these are, let me show you, I'll probably find the sentiment stamp. These are the Textures Diamond Designs from Lou Collins. I love these. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take some of these. Now this is a solid one with the image cut out, and I'm going to pop it over there. Now you can see, look at that, that's a perfect fit for that piece of card, hence why I couldn't use the magnet and I used the dotty tape pen on the back. Pick that up. I'm going to come in with my quick dry ink pad and I'm going to go over there. I will need to do it the 3 times. What it's going to do is it's going to do a reverse stamp. Can you see? So it leaves a bit white instead of stamping the detail. So that's second stamp. Get out of the way. And then we'll do the third stamp. There we go. Just like that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So we can take that off here now. All the time we're still referring back to that sort of colour palette, aren't we? Then I'm going to get another one and I'm going to stick it down on there. Let's move that out of the way and clean off the purple. And I'm just going to get another one of my stamps. This is just a frame. And I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to pick that up. And I'm going to come in with a quick dry in the green topaz this time. And then tap that onto there. 1. 2. Do I need another one? Yeah, I need another one, look. And the third one. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Gonna lift that off. And then I've also, oh, let me just move that out of the way. And then I can move that out of the way. When do I put that stamp? I'm curious now. And then they've also just done, oh, I found the stamp, it's there. There we go, a dotty one. So I've got 3 hexagons. You can do, depends how big a piece of card you've done. I've started with a 5-inch piece of card, so I've had to go, I can only get 3 hexagons on, and you'll see it in a minute. So we've got, you can see, we're picking up those colours quite well. If I bring back, oh, I've just got some ink on it, but never mind, you can see, I've got my hand over there so you can't see. You can see, excuse the ink, you can see I've got those colours roughly on there. Okay, so the other thing I've done is I just got a background stamp die, and I've just used my green card, and I've used, and from that I've cut some brickwork. But what I've actually done is I've taken the pressure off a bit so that a couple of the bricks stayed in. Some of them I've sort of pulled out, but those ones I've done it so that they stay in, just by taking the pressure off a little bit. And what that's going to do is that is going to sit on here. So can you see all the time I'm building up those colours, but I'm also building up those textures. I really love that. And then the other thing I've done is I've cut myself a butterfly. That was just a Crafter's Companion die, and I've just cut it. It was just it's just their butterfly from their mini die set, and I've just added a couple of pearls on there. So you can see we're still sticking with the same sort of colours, aren't we? We're still following that. And then the other thing I've done is I've cut myself a little banner as well. And again, we're following those colours. Now I'm going to build it up. Do I want to? I can build it up like that before I go any further, can't I? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip that over. I'm going to get a piece of scrap card and I'm going to go in with my dotty tape pen because it'll be the easiest way. You could do this with wet glue, no problem whatsoever. And if you do it with wet glue, you've got a bit more wriggle time with it as well. Let's just go over there. Just add in the glue right to the edges. Now what I'm going to do is you're going to see I'm sort of working diagonally down the card. So what I want to do is I want to pop that over the edge of there. You could come over here, but I think we'll come down like that. And you can still see all that gorgeous burlap detail through there. That's a straight, I don't know what, that is not straight, is it? Either my stamp's not straight or I didn't put that on straight. I think I didn't put that on straight. So let's just come back in again. There we go. That's better. So we can take that. Now, I've already prepped some of these with a little bit of foam pad on the back. Now, what I've done is I have had a look for my thinnest foam pads I could find. And the thinnest ones I could find were my Sticks 2 ones. That it says here they're 1 mil. So that, just look at that. It's just literally going to pick them up. They're tiny ones. And when I peeled them off, it gave me quite a few. I'm going to position this first. So what I'm going to do is I was thinking I could go green first. Again, remember we're working diagonally. Then I'm going to come in with this one. I've just put a few gems on there. And then I'm going to put this one up here. So we could go, we could actually centre that. My sentiment's okay for me to centre that, isn't it? So we should put them like that. Again, look at this. We've still got that colour. If I bring it in here and bring this in so that you can see, can you see we're still working on that colour palette all the time? It's really handy to have your colour palette in front of you if that's what you want to do. So I'm going to pop that off and let's take some of these backs off. I put loads of pads. This is when I regret how many foam pads they're all little ones. I should have done it before the video and just stuck them onto a piece of non-stick or something, shouldn't I? I put so many foam pads on because they were tiny, but they were the thinnest ones I had. I didn't have thin ones in a different height. Actually, I'm going to put it up that way. And I'm going to pop that one just there. So I've not overlapped the sentiment. So then we can do this one. These are a bit more spread out. Still a lot of them, but a bit more spread out. If you need a poker tool, I always link to my poker tool because I get asked that so many times. So let's just put that one on here. Now you could actually have these touching, but I didn't want to have them touching. I wanted a little bit of a gap between them. I like that. You remember when I did one of my earliest ones, when I did my shattered hexagons? Oh my goodness me, that has been such a popular video. Yeah, I'm just doing exactly the same. Hexagons are a brilliant shape to craft with. So actually, if we're going to go a bit more centralised, that one can go there. I can lift. That one's caught. Come on, lift up. There we go. That one can go there. That's a bit more. Oh, and I like that because you've got a little bit sticking out. I've just got to move that one. So you'll notice we often don't press down until we're happy. We just sort of place it. So there we go. I like that. There we go. That's quite centralised, isn't it? Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this piece. So all I've done here is I've cut a piece 3/4. It is 3/4 of an inch. Yes, it is 3/4 of an inch wide, and I've just cut into the ends to make the little flags. I'm going to pop that across the middle. So if you do struggle, you could actually go. Oops, come on, stick down. You could actually come across here. You could come across here. I'm going to do it across the middle. And I cut it to 4.5. Now I've moved that. I cut it to 4.5 inches. And then, because it was a 5-inch piece of card, and then put the corners in. So it's just given it that, made it that little bit shorter. That's going to go on there. I'm going to stop at that point for a minute. And then I'm going to bring in my other layers. So I just found a pre-made 6-inch card. And then we're going to pop this on here. So we're back to the same card onto there. I hope you're all going to have a go at my colour challenge. I can't believe how many people did the April colour challenge. I will sort of try and pick one as sort of an overall winner from April. It's not really a prize. I might just send the card that I made out to somebody as a sort of little well done from my April challenge, if that's not too I hope that's not too oh, look at my card. I hope that would be a nice prize, just a little, because it's not a competition, it was just more of a challenge, wasn't it? So I'll pop in the white on because I do like to mix my colours like that. So let's just use my pressure tool, pop that on there, and then I'm coming in with the orange that I've got on here. And again, I've used a 2mm foam tape on there. Oh yeah, so everyone, some amazing interpretations of the colours that I did. People have used papers, people have used inks, people have used pens, pencils. Sorry, lots and lots of amazing interpretation of the colours from those pinks and greys in my April challenge. And you see, that is why I put glue on, because when it doesn't get in the right place, I can lift it. And again, this isn't going to be too chunky if you want to, you know, to mail it. Now, I'm making this as part of my colour challenge. If you want to make it in these colours, you can. If you just want to take this as inspiration to get using these oranges, purples and greens together, because perhaps it's a combination you've never used before, go for it. Or maybe you're going to use it just as inspiration to use these colours, and you're going to design something completely different. How about like that? I'm loving that so far. There we go. That's really nice. Again, something a little bit different for me, isn't it? And then I'm going to take my butterfly, and I did just pop the centre back in. You could change that colour around. Oh, tell you what I need to do. I just need to shape his wings a little bit, because I don't like flat completely. Bring those up. I'm going to pop that on there. So you can see we're working down that way. I put a couple of little gems on here. So these were just from Amazon. They were just sheets of pearls. And you can see on a different video, I showed you how to colour them. So I'm just going to, so I've used the big ones in the middle, tiny ones here. I'm just going to get these ones back out of here. And I'm just going to pop a couple more just on the card base. And it really will be just a couple. 1, 2. I'm not even going to go with the big ones because I quite like the little ones. This makes a change. For about a month, I did it all black. That's it, 3. That's it. That is it. So let's bring in my inspiration. This was my inspiration, this gorgeous bird. And then this is the card that I've made. Can you see? We've taken all of these colours and we've put it in a card together. Do you like it? I'm really pleased with that. Something a little bit different for me. It's not necessarily a style I would normally go with doing that sort of mixed media. I love it though. I just think it's really simple, but really effective. So I will do exactly the same. I will put a Facebook post up with this picture and this picture on my Facebook page. I'll link to that from this video. And if you can pop any any projects that you make with this colour combination during May, we can all have a go at picking a winner for May as well. And maybe I'll send you a card as well. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, because every month we're going to be doing our monthly colour challenge. So I'd love you to take part in that. May, you can still have a go at April's, even though we're now in May. June's will come up. I think that is great. There we go. Have a look at that. Please don't forget to subscribe. Links on the bottom down here to some of the things that you might find useful. I'll definitely link to Craft Stash, where Lou's hexagons are. I know that's on there. And also I've my new link to my Buy Me a Coffee link, which is all about helping to support my YouTube channel. Now I don't craft on the TV anymore. So anything you can do on there would be brilliant. Thank you very much. thank you for your time. I hope you've enjoyed this challenge and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Happy crafting, everyone.